This is a Noritsu series 39 series machine. It was giving an error that the stabilizer 1 circulation pump wasn't working. Normally it's a filter issue. The filter didn't fix it, and there was no, when you look in the filter pods, there was no movement on the liquid. So I've drained the tank, and now we just need to remove the pump. There's one screw down here that's a bracket onto the frame of the machine. You unscrew that. There's a wire harness here. You pop out. Careful, this piece will also come out if you pull hard enough. That's sort of like a little insert for the wire harness for some reason. And then there's 2 hose clamps. I'm going to take off the upper hose clamp first so that I can pop the pump off once I take the other screw off, and then I'll work on this other one. So I almost have the pump out. It's a little bit of a struggle when you disconnect this hose clamp. You sort of have to loosen it all the way and lift it above where it was, because it sort of likes to grab onto the thing. And then with it above there, you should be able to pop it off, although you might need to put a screwdriver and now I have it off. So it's pretty hard to get off of the hose on there. Putting the flat bladed screwdriver on there, trying to pry the hose up while I pulled down on it, got it to come off. So now from here, I would unscrew these 4 and then take this part apart to make sure that there isn't just some sludge in there that's blocked it, but I've already done that. When you do that, you should be very careful to know what pieces are inside here. There ends up being, I think 4 different pieces inside. And you just want to know how they all go back together. Maybe take a picture or shoot a video of it. I'll try to do that later. So when you take the pump apart, this is what you ended up with. This is the impeller or whatever that actually moves the stuff, and then there's some sort of magnet drive that makes it go through. It was 4 screws holding this on, and then there is a couple of orange little collar or washer things in there that'll pop out if you're not careful. I think this is the way it fits. This white washer here has a D shape in it that matches this shaft, which has a D shape on both ends, but I think the only one that matters is the top part of the pump has the D shape cut into it. The bottom part down there doesn't. And then this washer goes on the bottom, so this washer would go here on this end and then into the top, and then this washer goes underneath this thing, and then it goes on the bottom. So I've taken this apart and cleaned it already and put it back together, and it didn't work. I can't think of any way to test this. We're not sure how the wire harness works to be able to hook this up to something. It'd be nice if you could, but we're just going to replace it with a new pump. This is what the other end looks like if you take it off. 4 long screws. Not going to be able to fix much anything in there. Pretty amazing. So now I have a new pump, and this is going to go straight up into the hose there, and then this is going to go onto here. It fits like this, like these other ones do, with this pipe facing out. And then there's 2 brackets to hold it on there, but only the lower one has a screw. So we're going to put this one on here first and then tighten on the clamp. Notice when I took the clamps apart, I didn't take them apart all the way. There's a couple of little washers out there. If you do unscrew it all the way, it's sometimes hard to get it back together, so I like to keep them on there. But I did force it down so that it wasn't stuck in the little ribs that it made when it's been on there for a while. So now you can see it's circulating, so you can see the surface of the water changing. When I first put it on there, it was making a weird sound, but it was still circulating. And then I put the filter housing in there for a second, and it sort of snapped, and then it started to work quietly again. Kind of weird. I think Maybe it needed to prime itself a little bit better or something, but it's circulating.